to the Mastering Meetings podcast. Today we will discuss facilitating and managing meetings because we all spend a great amount of time in meetings. There are alternative venues for facilitating meetings, whether it is in person, via a conference call, or video conference. You will want your meeting to be both effective and engaging. So how do you accomplish this? Be very clear. Make sure the meeting participants know the objective of the meeting and the outcome that is anticipated. Without focus, any meeting runs the risk of meandering, which is a waste of both time and resources. This is the facilitator's job to make sure that everyone is clear on the fact that everyone is expected to contribute. It is the facilitator's job to make sure that everyone is clear on the fact that everyone is expected to contribute. When analyzing the techniques for managing meetings, the key is control. You want to make sure that you are encouraging people to contribute while at the same time controlling the discussion and keeping the proceedings on track. So how do you encourage involvement? When chairing meetings, use open-ended questions that collect information. Use direct eye contact with the group or specific individual to ensure a connection with everyone in the room. Highlight the expertise of attendees and encourage or invite their comments into the discussion. Use silence to encourage input. If you stay quiet, someone will eventually break the silence. Manage a formal sequence of contributions, asking one after each other to comment. This stops cross-talking and puts everyone on alert. And finally, build on people's suggestions or ideas. As a chairperson, behaviors that you may want to avoid include interrupting others, shutting out or ignoring participants from the discussion. You also have to be objective, so avoid defending or attacking people. If you feel strongly about a topic, you may want to have someone else facilitate the meeting. Also, don't allow side discussions to break out. This can be disruptive. And finally, always avoid making judgmental comments. A way to avoid this behavior is asking others for their opinion before you comment. Shifting gears. Your opening statement will influence the pace of any meeting. A long and slowly delivered method of introduction will set the tone for a slow meeting. On the other hand, a focused and fast-paced introduction is likely to be followed by a fast-moving and more effective meeting. Review progress during the meeting to help generate energy and increase the pace. You can also try being more animated and putting more variation in your voice tone to inject more energy into the meeting. Successful meetings are both informative and effective. As a chairperson, your function is to achieve results using the most appropriate process. So how do you control dominant or forceful characters? In any meeting, we will at some point find the need to manage strong characters. Some strategies that help in this process include 1. Asking closed questions to prevent them from giving lengthy speeches. 2. Breaking eye contact will indicate that you want to move on to other people. 3. Outward hand gestures will help signal that you want the person speaking to end their discussion. 4. Interrupting and skillfully summarizing will help you gain control and inject a greater sense of urgency. 5. If you anticipate a lively meeting, introducing a more formal tone can help control the proceedings. And 6. You can switch the conversation to other team members, either by directed questions or by shifting eye contact to the person you want to bring into the discussion. So who are these disruptive characters? And what's the best way to manage them? Well, the first disruptive character could take the form of a football team supporter. This person likes to antagonize others. The best way to control them is isolate them with a comment like, "Do we all agree with this comment?" The next character is the expert. They like to help, but they keep interrupting with long explanations or by providing lots of detail. You would want to appeal to their nature by asking them to help you control matters by carrying out a specific role. Then there's the introvert, the person that says nothing and they stay removed from the proceedings even though their input is necessary. You may want to ask this person direct questions like, "Dave, what do you think?" The next character is the introvert. This is the person that says nothing and they stay removed from the proceedings even though their input is necessary. You may want to ask this person direct questions. For instance, "Dave, what do you think?" Then there's the detail freak, the person who focuses on the details and points out inconsistencies in the discussion. For this person, point out the need to keep things simple for preliminary discussions and record their comments. Discuss their issues during a break and then ask for advice on how they think they should be addressed. Next, there is the doodler. This is your potential daydreamer. Don't intervene, but if their behavior becomes a distraction to others, then try to engage them by asking them direct questions. And finally, there is the passive interrupter, the person that generates side discussions with colleagues, resulting in disruptive behavior. With this individual, you want to intervene promptly to tackle the behavior with a question like, "Is there a problem or an issue?" Or, "Is this something you would like to share with the entire group?" To get the most out of your meeting, ask yourself, is the meeting really necessary? Are there other ways in which you could achieve your objectives? An ideal meeting time is between 10 to 60 minutes. The ideal time for starting a meeting is after 11 a.m. Keep the number of participants attending as small as possible. The ideal number of participants is 7. Communicate the meeting's objectives, time, and location to the participants. Get to the point. Start with what's important. Use presentational aids to encourage interest and participation. As a chairperson, summarize at key stages and signpost when the proceedings are going to move on to another topic or subject area. Should your meeting be held standing up? Stand-up meetings can seriously reduce time-wasting behaviors and are ideal for short, focused meetings that require prompt actions. And finally, always have an agenda. So how do you create an effective agenda? Send an email stating that there will be a meeting, the goal of the meeting, as well as the administrative details such as when and where it will be. Ask those invited to accept or decline the meeting and make it clear that once they have accepted the meeting, they are expected to attend. Solicit agenda items from participants. Summarize all agenda requests in the table format and include the agenda, the presenter, and the time allotted. Send the agenda the day before the meeting. Include the meeting goals, the location, and the duration of the meeting. Most importantly, always follow your agenda. Start on time and end on time.